Good evening, sumo fans, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday, the 15th of March, and we are on to day 7 of the sumo. I had lots of coverage over on the Patreon channel today, and a little bit of a glitch with the old iPad. So I'm going to ask some advice. If some of you are iPad experts, I'll do that a little later at the end. Feel free to leave me a comment or send me an email, jasonsumo2023 at gmail.com, and let me know your advice if you are knowledgeable. Okay, so I've been in this apartment starting my 10th year. I've been here 9 years. This is the start of my 10th year here. Bought those curtains the first week I moved in. So they're 9 years old. I'm a single guy. I've never been married. How do you buy new curtains? Do you need to buy new curtains? They seem fine. Let me know if I should buy new curtains. I'm really bad at knowing how to do that kind of stuff. I know I need a new mattress. I bought a new mattress when I moved in. And I'm a big guy, 9 years of using a mattress. It's kind of showing some wear. So I'm gonna buy a new mattress this year. Look at that. Everything you wanted to know, right? Okay. Let's share. Boom. Start it up. Okay. So yeah, let's go over to the Patreon and we'll look at the collection for day 6 to 10. This is day 7. So I ended up with 10 videos today. Watching it live, I'm not as able to use the DVR and combine matches into videos. So, for instance, both Ozeki got their own match. There's Onosato Chiyoshima, Kotozakura Tobizaru. The Sekewake I combined. Kirishima got his own match. Takayasu versus Wakataka Kage got its own match. Ura Tamawashi was kind of the start of my top division coverage. Fun match up there. And then I wanted to put the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri up on the channel. So, I tuned in at the right time around 3:45 p.m. Japan time and got his ring entering ceremony. But I wasn't sure if it happened before or after all the other guys come in. So I hit record when all the guys were coming in, thinking maybe he would come after, and he did. But I wasn't sure it would make it into a 10-minute video. And as you can see, this video ended up being 5 minutes. I mean, I think I let it go for a little bit after it ended, and this video was almost 7, so that was probably a wise choice. Oh, somebody's responding. I wasn't sure if Hoshoru was doing the same style of Dohyo Iri as his uncle. Um, so that's kind of interesting. And then the whole big thing I tried to do today was tape the leader of the Juryo division, Kusano, or Kusano. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it. Um, and the guy he was supposed to fight today in the very first match of the Juryo division at like 2:45 p.m., so way before I normally watch sumo, pulled out of the tournament today. J12 here on the screen. Uh, Kiryuko. So he didn't fight. So no, he got a walkover free win. But I kind of let the video keep going. I talked a little bit about the Juryo division, and in the background while I was talking, there was like 2 other matches. So if you're into Juryo, that's my first video of the day, for day 7. I'll try to obviously film him tomorrow. Um, and hopefully we'll look ahead to day 8 and we'll see when he's fighting tomorrow. But he obviously got a win, so he's now 7-0, and he can get his Kachikoshi tomorrow if he wins tomorrow. And he is all alone at the top of the Juryo leaderboard. Okay, so jumping in, let's look at those absent Rikshi. So there he is, Juryo 12, Kiryuko pulling out here on day 7, giving Kusano the Kusano. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to listen to the Japanese guys say it tomorrow when I'm watching the coverage. Uh, so that was the only withdrawal. Okay, jumping into the matches as they happened today. Let's start down in Juryo, as we often do. So there it is. Free win, Fusensho win for him to go to 7-0. Hitoshi. So here's Kusano. Again, Isegahama stable. And it's hard to know. All the guys that are recruited by Isegahama Oyakata have a Fuji, right? Atami Fuji, Takeda Fuji, Midori Fuji, Takada Fuji. Teruno Fuji was in there. Haruma Fuji was in there. Nishiki Fuji. But he's still using his own real name. He hasn't picked a Shikoni yet. And that's why you know Hakuoho is obviously part of the Hakuho stable that got merged in with Isegahama. Uh, so it'll be interesting to see. Enho is in here. Kawazoe, I believe, is from the Hakuho part of the stable. Um, I don't know if he was recruited by Hakuho or Isegahama, but he's doing very well. Enho got a win today, I think. Let's check real quick. Yes, 4-0. So that's his Kachikoshi in that division. But obviously, if he can get a fifth, sixth, and seventh win, he could vie for the championship. He'll move way up the Banzuke. And we hope he keeps winning. But he already got his winning record, so he'll at least be moving up. And hopefully he can get even more wins. So good for Enho. All right. But speaking of Kusano, maybe. So that's his real name, Naoya. And that's his first name. Kusano is his last name. Miyoji, as you say in Japanese. Um, and he is, of course, a debut in the. He's just been slowly moving up, and this is his debut in the second highest division. He's obviously at one of the best stables in all of sumo as far as training partners and everything, and just having an amazing kick-ass tournament so far. So, uh, hope he keeps going and gets Kachikoshi tomorrow. That'd be awesome. And then the guy that I mentioned next, Hitoshi, uh, is not a debut wrestler. So in November of 2023, he made his Juryo debut at Juryo 11, but then he fell back down into Makushita and just kind of ping-ponged around, and then finally now he's back. But it's been a while, and he's having a really good tournament at 5-2. He's already fought Kusano and lost, so he's doing well. And let's see. Otsuji was in that video I made today, and he got a really good win, Watenage over Wakanosho. He's a debut guy. So again, using his own real name, doesn't have a ring name yet. Uh, Young guy, born in 2003, so he's like 22 or 21, gonna be 22. And 3-4 record, but he had a really good match today, so I think he still has a chance. He's got Shimano Umi tomorrow, who's a really good veteran wrestler. And I'm pretty sure, yes, he's making his debut in the Juryo division. So good luck to him. I hope he gets the wins he needs to stay because he's obviously at the very bottom of the Juryo division right now at the lowest ranked J14, as is Kusano. They're both J14. Um, Kiriyuko, if he doesn't come back, which he probably won't, he'll be demoted down to back to the third tier division because of his rank, and he's only going to have two wins unless he can come back. All right, Hokuto Fuji, unfortunately, another loss to Shimano Umi, who's doing very well at 6-1. Hokuto Fuji now 2-5. What else we got? Roga's doing very well at 6-1. He beat Hide Umi, who also had a one-loss record going into that match, but is now at 5-2. And Fujiseun lost. He was on the one-loss group, so he's now 5-2. So definitely I will try to pick up his match for day 8. All right, in the top Makuuchi division, Asakoru started the day with a win over Tochi Taikai, who was up from Juryo. Sadanomi beat Mitakeumi. These guys have probably fought each other like 40 times. Aonishiki, in his debut, got another win, so that's good for him. He's now 4-3. He beat Toki Hayate. Chiranaumi keeping himself on top of the leaderboard, 6-1 now by beating Koto Shoho. Shirokuma beat Takara Fuji. Shishi Lost to Meisei, who's at 5-2, a veteran of Meisei has been a Sekewake, right? That's his highest rank. Yeah. So he made his Sanyaku debut back in 2021 and hasn't been near that high in a while, but he is a former Sekewake and a very skilled Rikshi. So not surprising he's getting some wins lower down the Banzuke here. Midori Fiji, Midori Fiji? Midori Fuji beat Ryuden. Nishikigi had 0 wins, but got his first one today, beating Shonana Umi, and now both men are 1-6. Ouch. I didn't see the match because I was fussing with my iPad, and I'm going to do highlights for the first half of action on the channel because I can wake up tomorrow and do them. But I saw as I was getting ready and set up, Hakuoho was all bloody. So something happened in his match against Onokatsu, but he gave Onokatsu his second loss, taking him off the leaderboard, and he improved to 5-2. So hopefully it wasn't something that will keep him from wrestling, maybe just a bloody nose or something, but I'll see it in the replays. Endo, another loss. Unfortunately, he was in the one-loss group for a little while. Now he's lost 2 in a row. He lost to Takeru Fuji, who's 5-2 now. Hirada Umi beat Atami Fuji, both men 3-4. Kim Bozan goes to drops to 3-4, losing to Oshoma. Then this is the start of my coverage. So all of these matches up to the Oshoma Kimbozan match, I'm just going to do quick highlights, probably 2 videos, about 6 or 7 matches in each video. And if you're on the Patreon, you'll get to see all those matches tomorrow morning when I wake up. Before I mentioned tomorrow, I'm treating myself to an Egg McMuffin. I let myself have an Egg McMuffin about once a month. And so I like to have it on Sunday. It's just a nice treat. And there's a McDonald's about 5 minutes from my apartment. So I go through the drive-through and get an Egg McMuffin some mornings. Okay, so before I do that, I will put up the highlights. Ura losing to Tamawashi. Tamawashi now 5-2, having a good tournament. Ichi Yamamoto goes to 4-3 by beating Shodai. Our boy Wakataka Kage, so many of us have him on our contest team, not getting wins, 2-5 now. Gotta say though, I'm glad Takayasu won. I'm rooting for him. I want him to do well. I want him to be in the Yusho hunt. Now we know. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. He's got a tough day 8 opponent, Takayasu, but we'll get to that in a minute. 6-1 though now, and he looked good against Wakataka Kage. Kirishima Komusubi beat Wakamoto Haru, who's now 4-3. Kirishima goes up to 4-3. Oho, the Sekewake, continuing to struggle. Oshidashi lost to Gonoyama. Both men are now 2-5. Doesn't look like he's going to be holding on to his Sekewake rank. Daisho is in a little bit better shape, improving to 4-3 by beating Abi. So both Komusubi are 4-3, and one of the Sekewake is 4-3. So none of them having great tournaments, but both ahead of the curve, both above 500. Kotozakura got a win that he much needed against Tobizaru, a rank and filer. So he's now 4-3. Onosato maintained his one loss. He's on top of the leaderboard in the one-loss group, which is very small now, by beating Chiyoshoma. And Hoshoru finished off the day with an easy win over Takanosho. And Takanosho at M3 is 2-5. And Hoshoru 5-2. So one behind Onosato and the other one lost guys. Okay, so let's look at the tournament leaderboard. 3 guys at 1 loss, Onosato, Takayasu, and Shirana Umi, way down at M14. So interesting. He will obviously be brought up to fight some high rankers. He's no stranger to fighting in those types of matches. Shirana Umi they won't bring him up to fight, say, a Sekewake Komusubi or even an Ozeki until he keeps winning. Maybe day 9, day 10. If he's 8-1 or 9-0, then they'll bring him up. But they'll let him kind of keep going down in the lower part of the bracket unless he just is just kicking everybody's butt. So Kusano undefeated 7-0, and the 2 guys following him are Roga and Shimano Umi. So glad that he bounced back after a terrible January tournament now with a good March tournament. And Roga, at J3, looking to bounce back up to the top division. Okay, and then Enho is on the list down here at 4-0. Aqua, some of you guys, he's been in the top division before. Uh, and Kawazoe from Isagahama, his Isagahama stablemate, is also 4-0, so that's great for them. And Asanoyama, yes. Well, he hasn't fought yet. He's 3-0, and he fights tomorrow on day 8 to get his fourth win. And I'm assuming he'll get it and keep going up the Bansuke from where he is now at Sandamne 21. Okay, let's look ahead. Oh, well, okay, hold on. We'll do standings real quick. So, all alone at the top of the contest leaderboard is Jaba, 32 points. Good team here. Onosato, Daieisho, Takayasu, Takerafuji, Hakuoho, and Chirana Umi. This is an unusual pick, and it's paying off for some of these people here at the top. Four people tied for second, and all four of them have Chirana Umi on their team. But some difference in here. Kirishima versus Daisho, Hoshoru versus Onosato. Uh, and then we have 15 people tied for third. And then tied for fourth is only nine. And then did I make it up to fifth today? Let's see. Nope. Am I still in sixth? No, I dropped. Oh, Wakataka Kage, you're hurting me, man. Okay, there I am. But, I've improved. Now I only have 120 of you ahead of me. So Onosato got a win. Kirishima got a win. Wakatakage did not. Takerafuji won. Hakuoho won. I got a bunch of wins. I'm at 26. So we'll see if Onosato will be the first man to get his Kachikoshi. He's got two other people that could do it on the same day as him. Won't be tomorrow, though. Nobody's going to get their Kachikoshi in the top division on day 8 because nobody's undefeated right now. All right. So good luck to everybody as we go through into Nakabe tomorrow, the middle Sunday. Going back over here, let's look at the Sunday matchups. So we'll start down in Juryo for day 8. All right. So there he is in the second match of the day, fighting Dai-Seizan, a Juryo 10. So again, this is kind of like even before NHK start their coverage, I have to go to a different channel and kind of hunt around and find it. But it should be on, and I should be able to put it up on the channel. Let's hope he fights. I'll probably combine it with this Shimano Umi match to see because he's one off the pace against Otsuji. So I'll probably put these two in one video and put that up on the channel tomorrow. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of see how the rest of the week plays out. Because don't forget, I'm going to be home all day on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the week coming up. So I can put up Juryo matches and stuff as early as day 12, because I'll be here day 12, 13, 14, 15. Very solid coverage over on the Patreon channel. Roga taking on Tomokaze, who's only 1-6 this tournament. Okay. So a little bit of Juryo in the coverage tomorrow, but then we'll jump up to the Makuuchi division. Aonishiki has Shirokuma, and then we have our Juryo substitute Shiden will fight Sadanoumi. Chiranaumi at 6-1 takes on Mitakeumi, the former Ozeki. Shishi has Koto Shoho. Asakoru versus Onokatsu, that's a good matchup. Toki Hayate, Midori Fuji. Ryuden Meisei. So, like I said, Chiranaumi staying down in the first half of action for at least now. Nishikigi 1-6 against Takara Fuji 2-5. Atami Fuji, Shonana Umi. Tamawashi has Shodai. I'll look up their head to head when we go over to the other page in a minute. Tamawashi Shodai. I would guess 30 times they fought each other. Endo Hirada Umi. Takera Fuji versus Oshoma. Kimbozan Haku Oho. Gonoyama versus Tobizaru. Chiyoshoma finally not fighting somebody in the Sanyaku, but still somebody ranked above him in Wakamoto Haru, the M1. Wakataka Kage Abi. Then we get Sekewake Daisho versus Takanosho. Sekewake Oho versus Ura. Onosato, the Ozeki, on top of the leaderboard against Ichi Yamamoto. Kotozakura Kirishima, that's a fun one there in the penultimate match on day 8. And the really fun matchup here is Hoshoru versus Takayasu. Now you'd think, okay, Maybe they fought each other 7, 8 times. Should be about even, maybe 4-4. But if you go over and you look, this is over on the Sumo database. Hoshoru versus Takayasu. Hoshoru has only won two of their 11 meetings, but these little numbers mean that actually one time Takayasu got a free win and one time Hoshoru got a free win. So actually on the dohyo, in 9 previous matches, Hoshoru's only ever beaten Takayasu once when he was a Komusubi and Takayasu was an M1 in 2022. So they've had one, two, three, four, 5 matches since 2022 May, and they only fought each other once in 2024, uh, and only a couple, well, 3 times in 2023. But yeah, Takayasu just dominant over Hoshoru in the top division. And so this could be a big upset win for Takayasu. It'd be great to see him do it. He'd get a Kimboshi. And of course, he would, excuse me, maintain his one-loss record. Okay. Tamawashi, if we can go over to his page, will it let us do that? No, it's clickable, but it's not taking us there. Oh, there we go. All right. So he's fighting Shodai tomorrow, and I just wanted to see how many times has he fought Shodai? I said a crazy number like 30, but it's probably not that much, of course, but it's a bunch. Let's see, down here. M N. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't too far off. 28 matches. So tomorrow will be their 29th matchup. And it's pretty even, 16 for Tamawashi, 12 for Shodai. The last 2 times they fought, Tamawashi has been the winner. But the 2 times before that, Shodai was the winner. So, yeah, that's a fun matchup tomorrow. But yeah, I knew they would have just a long history going back to 2016 when Shodai was a Maegashira 2 and Tamawashi was a Maegashira 6. So, yep, long, long history of matches. So that's fun. I love having this resource. This is the Sumo DB. And it's just there's so many things you can look up on it. It's a great place to look at. Okay, so I think that's everything as far as information. We looked at who's fighting each other on day 8. So what happened, guys, is, and this is where, you can kind of stop watching if you don't uh care about the iPad. So here's my iPad. This is the old one I use to film my television. And normally I don't know how much this is going to work, but I'm going to try anyway. Okay, so normally, whoa, what's going on? Oh, okay, I'm upside down. That's why maybe. Okay, so normally, see how you kind of can see everything over there? It's pretty wide angle. This is photo. And then when you go to video, it zooms in a little, okay? But, you can kind of move it back and forth closer to the TV, further away. But look what happens when I go to video now. It really zooms in. And what's weird, see, okay, there's the extension of the couch, the back of the couch. It really zooms in. And what's happening is, so I thought it was gonna not work today, but when I watch the videos, and if you're a Patreon member, you can see them. It's zoomed out like normal. I haven't been able to adjust it to frame it so the kind of like the black of the TV is out and I'm just on the picture like I would normally do because I didn't know because it was so zoomed in. All I was getting was like the two guys on the dohyo, and I looked up a bunch of different things online. I know that there's, you can pinch to zoom and all that stuff, but it's not that. It's just the camera is normal, like it always is, but the display of the image on the iPad for some reason is just super zoomed in. and I don't know how to fix it. So if you know, if you're knowledgeable about these devices, please do me a favor. Like I said, it'll it'll be down in there, but the email is jasonsumo2023 at gmail.com. Because it's just kind of hard to know, like, is it okay? Am I getting everything? And I mean, the videos looked okay, but I prefer to, have them framed as well as I can. Um, Weird, huh? It just the Ura match, like the first match of my top division coverage, fine. I moved the tripod, I got up, I went and got a drink, I came back, I sat down, I went to tape the next match, and it was doing that. So I don't know what I touched, what happened. If there's a way you can hard reset, I don't want to like erase everything that's on here, but I turned it off and turned it back on. I know how to power it off and turn it back on. Didn't do anything. I'll plug it in and let it, update overnight, maybe. I don't know. So, but if you know, that'd be super helpful. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, yeah. Oh, tomorrow night. That's the other thing. So this show tomorrow night, Sunday night, day 8 Sumo Summary Show will be live. So I'll be live broadcasting. I'm going to start at 11:30 p.m. Japan time. Check what that is with daylight savings time. It might have changed. I think it's going to be really early if you're on the West Coast. It might be 6:30 a.m. So that means it'll be 9:30 on the East Coast of America and in the afternoon for people in Europe. So most people will be able to watch if you choose to sometime on your Sunday. Just super early. We always get one crazy guy. I wish I knew your name, crazy guy, from Hawaii, who always goes, "I'm watching," and it's like 2 in the morning here. I don't know, it's just some crazy time in Hawaii. And I guess if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you're maybe the only two countries that probably watch my channel that are ahead of me. So I think Australia is 1 hour ahead of Japan, and New Zealand might be two. Um, you can let me know in the comments if it's different, but so it might be too late for you because it would be past midnight on a Sunday. You got to go to work on Monday. I got to go to work on Monday, but we'll start at 11:30, and I'll probably last about 45 minutes. Um, and we'll talk sumo. I want to show some of the prizes I'm giving away in the contest. I kind of got some cards sorted out, and yeah, we'll just have a good time chatting, and you can ask questions and all that kind of fun stuff. So live tomorrow night. I'll put the link on Patreon and YouTube in the community tab, and I'll tweet it out on X. I still want to call it Twitter. Okay, take care, guys. See you tomorrow live. Enjoy the sumo on day 8. Peace.